Before we get into your reading, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who has liked and commented on the videos, as well as subscribed and donated to my channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. You can find all of my contact information, including my email and social media links, as well as links to my music and podcast in the description below this video. Okay, let's get into your reading. What do we have for Virgo? The Chariot, Cancer energy at the foundation of the reading, Virgo. I did a pre-spread for you, and the overall energy is you finally putting yourself first. After a very long period of time where you were putting everybody else's needs before your own. This is not something you're willing to do any longer because it's gotten you nowhere. It's also an energy of you realizing that you always being the kind person who's always there for everybody else was actually you selling yourself out, because whoever this is here that was making you feel like you need to be inside this energy is somebody who is taking advantage of your kindness, your weakness, your love for them. But this is all turned around, or it's getting ready to, with this Chariot here. Chariot's all about victory and really pushing forward. And with it showing up right here, the root chakra, which is the stability, the foundation of your energy, it's telling me here that there's some sort of big move on the horizon, or maybe you're in this energy, or maybe you've just come through this energy. This could be a literal move. It could be something having to do with your job. It's definitely going to be relationship-wise for a lot of you. It could even have to do with family dynamics here. But I can actually see you in my mind's eye. Right now I have my eyes closed, Virgo, and I'm really picturing you. I'm picturing some of you drive away from some place, looking back in your rearview mirror. You know that feeling when you're moving, or you're going to the next season, or you're navigating to the next season in your life? There's sort of this feeling of, wow, I finally did it. This is what I'm feeling here. This is a long time coming, Virgo. You've dealt with a lot. You tried it their way many, many, many times. And it seemed like every time you did this, you just took 10 steps back. And it finally got to the point where you just couldn't ignore how much you, well, I got to say it, Virgo, how much you were selling yourself out. You were putting these other people's needs, or whatever this is here, before your own. I know this energy. It's easy to get caught up in an energy like this, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Because matters of the heart, unfortunately, can create delusion, not allow you to see the truth. When you give yourself to somebody and you trust them with your heart, with your love, or if this is family matters, you just trusted these individuals because, well, you never saw a reason not to trust them. But come to find out that in the shadows, these individuals were doing whatever they could to try and knock you down a few pegs, because I feel they were intimidated by you, or threatened by where you were trying to go to in your life. This is why it was so difficult to make any sort of progress while you're inside this space. It's an energy of an environmental resistance, but you not really knowing. And I was just talking about this in the Scorpio reading. The common denominators that were always around you when you were failing. It's a similar energy here. I feel like you're starting to really see this clearly now, Virgo. It's an energy of you moving forward and actually feeling really happy. And then understanding that the reason why you never felt this way before is because there was these very specific common denominators in your environment. People, behavioral patterns, addictions, whatever it is for you. It's you really coming to terms with the negative common denominators in your life and pushing forward, Virgo. What do we have at the sacral? Lovers in reverse. Wow. Yeah, for a lot of you, this is related to relationships, marriages, connections with other individuals, however this shows up for you. But lovers in reverse is a very rough energy. It is an energy of breakups, divorces. It's just an overall energy of imbalance and disharmony. And it's coming in right here at the sacral. So this is an energy that was very manipulative and hedonistic in your life. I'm getting overactive sacral chakra energy. It can also, for the people in relationships, it can be an energy here of toxic intimacy, which is another reason why you felt very bound to this energy. It's very easy for people to really tie you in and to keep you stuck. Physical codependency to another individual, that's obviously very much a thing. Being dependent on somebody else's energy. I don't know what's worse, that or having some sort of addiction, right? To food, alcohol, even drugs, I guess. But when there's somebody that you have this codependent physical entanglement with, it's very hard to break away from this because there's all sorts of mental manipulation taking place here. Plus, you're coming up against a physical entity that can create horrendous disruptions and obstacles inside your life, inside your auric field, inside your energy. I don't know if we ever stop to really think about how truly detrimental physical codependencies are to another individual, right? You stay with somebody even though it's miserable because you're physically dependent on the connection that you have to them. What do we have at the solar plexus? Ace of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy at the solar plexus. And this really goes along with what I'm saying because this is how you break through this kind of energy. It's an energy of emotional strength, forms of stoicism, breaking this emotional entanglement, relying on yourself is what it comes down to, Virgo. Being your own best friend, being the only person that you need and putting yourself first. Heavy energy that I'm picking up here in this spread around putting others before yourself. I feel like this is something that you're really starting to see clearly now. You know, we think that by constantly putting ourselves out there for other individuals and being there for others, that we're naturally doing the right thing, but that's actually an illusion. You have to take care of yourself first. And you already know that, Virgo, but it's one thing to actually hear it, and then it's one thing to actually put that into practice. Putting yourself first by any means necessary at all times. And also understanding that anybody who allows you to put them before yourself, well, it says a lot about somebody. This is not somebody that you want to be spending your time with. Whether it's a family member who's constantly draining you out of your energy and always needs you to be there for them, or it's a romantic connection, or it's a friend. It can show up in many different ways. It could even show up in your career. But this is something that I feel you're really starting to recognize in your life now, Virgo. Like I said, you're recognizing the common denominators to your failures up until this point and starting to see that those failures were by choice because you didn't put yourself first. You didn't put yourself in a position to even have a chance to bring those wins into your life because there was always somebody that was codependent and feeding off of your energy, not allowing you to fully be there for yourself and show up when you needed yourself the most. Ace of Cups at the solar plexus. You now understanding where you were draining out your energy, how you were completely powerless to these energies around you. For some of you, you just didn't even realize this. You just didn't even see it from this vantage point. You know, Virgo, if you're not seeing growth in a certain area of your life, I would challenge you to maybe spend some time by yourself. Maybe go it alone. Maybe go no contact with people that are around you for a period of time. It doesn't have to be something you vocalize. It can just be something that you do on the down low. But when you do this, just really focus on yourself and see how much progression you make in your life. However this is showing up, whatever this energy is here I'm reading, give yourself an opportunity to see where the resistance is in your life. Because Virgo, I would go as far as saying that if you did this, that 100% of you out there would start to see progress and be able to pinpoint where the resistance was coming from. I feel you would be beside yourself with the truth that started to surface. What do we have at the heart? Oh, wow. If this doesn't follow up what I just said perfectly, I don't know what card would. The Tower, right at the heart. See, it's like you're this tower. You're trying to ascend. You're trying to up level. However that shows up in your life, right? You're trying to just progress forward. And then you have this epiphany. You start to do what I said. And now you're seeing that there was these hangers-on, so to speak, crowding up the tower. You eject these energies and boom, you break through. You break through the barrier. It's like you have this sudden insight. You start to really see what's been going on. You start to really see what's been holding you back. It's like you have this flash of inspiration. You start to understand that nothing can ever remain the same. There's this destruction in your life, which contains within it a new universe, and you're on your way. It was never really anything you were doing wrong, Virgo, other than putting yourself first. The Virgo collective has had a lot of foreign energies keeping them off path. And it may sound odd to say foreign because we're speaking about family members, friends, lovers, work partnerships, stuff like this. So how could they be foreign? Well, Virgo, anything that is trying to keep you from your purpose, aligning with your highest self, anything that is trying to keep you from your highest good is foreign. No matter how they show up in your reality, family member, parent, best friend since childhood, if they're keeping you from the best you that you can possibly be, then in the spirit, they are foreign. They have given way to some sort of entity attachment that has targeted you because of the light you have shining from within, and they're trying to stop you by any means necessary from getting to where you need to get to, which is telling me that there's something very significant you're meant to be doing, Virgos. Your life actually has meaning, Virgo. Imagine that. Huh? It's quite a concept, isn't it? I bet when you were around these other individuals here, your life didn't feel like it had much meaning. Maybe you just felt like what you were dealing with was it. That was your life. Come to find out that the only reason why you were made to feel that way was to keep you away from your destined path. This is an energy I know very well. I had just about completely given up on achieving anything significant in my life. I hit roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, decade after decade, had thousands of obstacles put on my path year after year after year by the people that I thought actually loved me, and by the people that I thought had my highest good in mind, only to realize that each and every one of them was actually an enemy that was keeping me from my path. Because now that I'm on my path, none of them are anywhere to be found. They've all run for the hills because I see clearly what they were always doing. So rather than even trying to take accountability or discuss anything with me, they just disappeared. This is something that you're experiencing, Virgo, or you're about to, because you all are going through the same thing. My readings are typically for light workers, people that are here to help uplift the collective, help raise the collective vibration by how you show up in your reality and by what you do, how you function. So I've been tasked with speaking to you about the resistance around you in hopes of trying to give you some sort of clarity and spark some sort of ideas as to how you might recognize how these energies show up in your life. What do we have at the throat? 10 of Pentacles. Virgo energy in reverse. at the throat. For a lot of you, this is family related, or it can even be marriages, stuff like this. But there's an energy here that's trying to keep you away from your destiny, from your legacy. 10 of Pentacles upright is a energy of legacy, affluence. When it's in reverse, it's an energy of loss and financial failure, just loser kind of energy. That's what they wanted for you. You know, and what's interesting here is, Virgo, 10 of Pentacles is one of your cards. It's one of the best cards in the tarot. It is the wealthiest card that there is, other than the Ace of Pentacles. But I see the Ace of Pentacles as gifts from the divine, blessings from the divine. But 10 of Pentacles in reverse, this is an energy of bringing out the absolute worst in you, bringing out all of your low vibrational traits. And again, I picked up the same energy in the Scorpio reading. But what's happening here, Virgo, is this being illuminated to you, where this was happening, who was doing this. And this always happens once you're on the other side, right? Once you cross over the threshold, you're in the new timeline, then the universe will start validating your steps. They'll start giving you downloads and showing you where the resistance was in your life, why you didn't get here before, right? The people, the places, the things, whatever it is, you'll just start seeing it. It's an energy of like, oh, son of a gun, I didn't see that that person was doing that, or this person was clicking up with this person behind the scenes. It's an energy like that. You just really start to have the deception illuminated to you, and it becomes very clear. This is ongoing. I've been having this happen for a few years now, and I feel like there's been an influx of it the past few weeks. This will never stop. We'll get to a point where it's like with each revolution around the sun, right? Each 365 days, each revolution of the zodiac, we have more and more illumination. The further and further we step into this energy of purpose, the more truth that is illuminated to us. And a lot of the truth comes by way of seeing how these energies that you've left behind show up in accordance to your success, your new path in life. A lot of these people actually tried to derail you, deter you from even taking this path, Virgo. I just heard some of you were even made fun of or ridiculed. What do we have at the third eye? 9 of Cups, perfect. Pisces energy at the third eye. And here you are. You don't even care anymore. 9 of Cups, completely emotionally balanced. And you're vibrating in the energy of abundance. You're on the path to all of your wishes being fulfilled. It's an energy of fulfillment. But look what you had to go through to get here. You've overcome a lot, Virgo. This is a complete destruction of your reality to get to where you are now. I think you started to realize that it was either you or them. I think you knew that a long time ago, and I feel like you chose them, Virgo. And you're at a point now where I don't even think that you even can understand why. It's almost weird, right? I did the same thing. It's almost like a spell. Like something wasn't right. Deep forms of manipulation, or maybe just being made to feel like you wouldn't be able to accomplish anything. Something like this. But the whole reason for that energy manipulation is because of what you're going to accomplish. I always try to tell people this. The lower you feel, the darker the hole that you're in, the higher you're meant to soar. There's a reason why you're so low. There's a reason why you feel so attacked. It's not for nothing. So if you can try and pick yourself up and understand that it's because of how great your purpose, your path is in this lifetime, it should be enough to empower you to barrel through any of these energies that are standing in your way. Because Virgo, I promise you, once you're on the other side and you look back at those energies that were standing in your way, and you see how how truly pathetic and minuscule they are in accordance to the person that you have become now, You're going to wish you had done it sooner. See, these energies want you to feel very, very small because they themselves feel very small in comparison to you. They live in fear, so they want you to live in fear. It makes them feel less pathetic to make you feel beneath them. There's a hierarchy to fear, Virgo. And without your knowledge, these energies tried to place you right beneath them in their own private hell. What do we have at the crown? Wow, the devil at the crown. Unbelievable. The cards are really following up what I'm saying here. Tried to place you right beneath them in their own private hell. Beneath them and Baphomet right here, right? Shackled to this idea that they have for you. This is a very obsessive, very envious energy that I'm feeling here, Virgo, that you had around you or have around you, depending on where you are in the timeline. You're all going to be different. But no matter where you are, this is really just a message of illumination, understanding where the common denominators, the resistance, has always been in your life. This is the theme inside the readings right now. It was very much the theme inside the Scorpio reading. I feel like the universe is telling all of us to recognize how far we've come, to look back and understand what these energies did, how these energies showed up in our life. This is a very compulsive energy, Virgo. They used a lot of tactics to keep you inside this cycle. I'm also picking up an energy here of addictions. But again, this could be related to this lovers in reverse energy that I picked up at the sacral. Physical codependency, something like this. But they're further emphasizing it with this devil at the crown. There's also a message here, again, around bringing out your dark side, Ten of Pentacles in reverse at the throat, as a means to keep you stuck. Triggering your shadow, using it against you, something like this, like emotional blackmail. What do we have at the foundation, please, from the Occult Tarot? Oh, Empress, Gramarye. Yep. I read this as Empress in reverse because these are negative polarities, demons, if you will. This is an energy of being dependent on other people. It's like this energy wanted you to be dependent on them, but the reality is they were dependent on you, but they made it look like you needed them, using emotional blackmail to make you feel like maybe you were a burden, or maybe it's because of you that they're not further in life. It's something like this. It's just some sort of deep form of manipulation, but there's a lot of gaslighting going on here as well. And gaslighting is a very dangerous tactic to use on someone because you can actually reprogram someone's mind, especially a child. When I was a kid, my parents would use deep forms of gaslighting on me. And what happens is when you're a child and you go through this, you grow up and you start to question your reality, if things really happened the way they did, right? Because your parents would lie directly to your face about something, right? You would see something clearly, and they would say, oh, no, that didn't happen, or you didn't see that. Something like this, right? Man, my parents were relentless with this sort of behavior towards me when I was a kid. It took me a lot of healing to overcome this. It's like I had to reawaken. I had to transform. I had to rebirth into a new reality. Undo all this mental manipulation. Picking this up here, Virgo. People are down and out and feeling real hopeless. Or when it comes to a young, impressionable mind, gaslighting is one of the most despicable things that a human being can use on another human being. Sadly, this is something that we see play out on the world stage as well. It's all over the media. We're constantly being gaslit by the powers that be. So we start to recognize now how things that are happening on the macro, the world stage, is very much showing up in our own individual reality. If you pay attention, Virgo, this is how it always is. Especially when you start aligning, when you're going with the flow of evolution, you'll start to see that your life is actually unfolding similarly to what's happening on the collective world stage. We're finding out truths about the powers that be in our own life, our family members, right? And then we also see the same thing unfolding on the world stage. So obviously this is a conversation that could go on for hours upon hours. But just to pull it back into this reading here, Virgo, I feel that this is an energy that you're starting to recognize in your own life. And there's been a lot of gaslighting, mental manipulation used as a means to keep you stuck. 3 of Cups, Cancer energy, Gusion at the sacral. I'm getting a lot of ringing in my ears right now. This is an energy of gossip. It's an energy of no support. This is an energy of you going your own way, leaving all these toxic people behind, starting to see how these individuals were stifling you on your path, keeping you in this energy of misfortune. For some of you, I'm picking up, if this is romantic related, there's something here around an affair. You've known this for a while, but you've been made to think that you're going crazy, something like this. Take it as it fits. Definitely do not force that to fit if that does not resonate in your life. But that's for somebody. And again, oh, I know that energy. What do we have? And you know what I just noticed? Oh, ball. You know what I just noticed here? Tells of the past, present, and future, right? It's this energy of gaslighting. Oh, no, that's not how that went. It's like somebody who's rewriting history, but the history of your life. And there we go. The Emperor, ball. And this is where it all begins. And this connects me again to what's happening on the world stage. You see, ball is this demon that people in entertainment, people in politics worship. It's this energy of domination. It's an energy that uses force to get what they want. This is an energy here that will manipulate the minds of men and women to rewrite their destiny. And this energy will show up in your family members. It's a spirit. It's a form of possession, psychopathic kind of energy. This is an energy that tells you how it is and how it went down, Virgo. What do we have at the heart? Malphas, 10 of Swords, Gemini energy, cruelty. This is an energy of just a complete ending, Virgo, right underneath that tower. There's no bigger ending than when you get the tower stacked with the 10 of Swords. That is it. Your line has been drawn in the sand. You see the truth now. Cruelty. It's an energy of you moving on, stepping into a whole new timeline. And then we have Rahel, Libra energy, 3 of Swords, love and submission. Overall energy of just, this is an energy of you recovering and healing, releasing the pain of the past and these cycles and moving forward. You understand energy in a way that you've never ever understood it before. You just see your reality differently now after overcoming this cycle. Whoever this is with here, chances are it's with a multitude of people, Virgo. What do we have at the throat? Again, 3 of Swords, back to back with 3 of Swords. So all 3 of these cards, 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 3 of Swords, this is all about recovery. The quickly forgiving God, love and submission, cures illness, influences paternal love, gives long life, cures illness. So it's like It's making me think of like the mental illness that you felt you had when you were entertaining these energies, right? Well, it's like an energy of you feeling like you're going crazy, because that's what they were literally trying to make happen. They wanted you to feel like you were going crazy. They wanted you to question your reality. They wanted to rewrite your destiny, or just go ahead and pull a handful of pages out of it and throw it in the fire. And again, seeing ball here, right? It's like these energies were assigned to you by this demon that wanted your purpose, wanted your destiny erased out of the Akasha because of the threatening nature of your path. See, these demons can't show up in our lives and just take us down, right? So they possess people around us. We have Baphomet and Baal on this table. There's a very heavy demonic energy on this table here. The sun right there at the third eye underneath the Nine of Cups. Mihail, the vivifying God, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. This is the energy you're moving towards, Virgo. Or maybe you're already in this energy. Take it as it fits in accordance to your particular timeline. But the sun is the happiest card in the tarot. It's an energy of success. It's an energy of vitality. And God willing, Virgo, it's an energy of fun. Remember when we used to have fun, Virgo? Seems like with so much going on in the world these days, in our own individual lives, it seems harder and harder to even carve out some time to have some fun, doesn't it? But Virgo, this is something that the divine is going to bring back into your life. It's right here. It's a lot of happiness and success. You will end up exactly where you want to end up, Virgo. Just keep pushing. Keep realizing your own self-worth and how truly significant you are. And don't allow anybody to tell you who you are and who you're not, and try and reprogram your reality and the way you see it. Don't give anybody that power ever again, Virgo. Friend, family member, lover, no one. And remember, anyone who truly loves you and cares about you will never ask that of you. They'll want you to protect yourself. What do we have for the crown to close this out for Virgo, please? Ah, perfect. Temperance, Sag energy to close out the reading at the crown. Chawakia, the god of joy. Reconciliation, regains the favor of those one has offended. And here you are, overcoming all these imbalances and disruptive energies in your life, this energy of chaos. And now you're moving into this energy of harmony and balance. It's just an overall energy of feeling peace. It's like they threw everything at you, Virgo, and you made it out the other side, or you're going to. This is an energy of purpose. It's an energy of you connecting to your higher self. It's very important you recognize your own self-worth, Virgo. This is being highlighted in this reading here. They'll go after your self-worth. It's what they always do. See, they want you to stay put. And they'll make it seem like they're going out of their way so they can always have an eye on you. Ugh. Yeah, that demon eye. You know what to do, Virgo. You know what's up. They can't hide from you anymore. Virgo, this is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for your donations, Virgo. Take care.